The Boston Bruins have found the key, which will unlock this team in the game against the New York Islanders. We're going to be breaking down what happened here, which made such a drastic change to this lineup in the Joe Sacco era. We're also going to be talking about what changes Joe Sacco has made to this roster to make such a drastic difference in his first few games as head coach of the Boston Bruins. Now, before we get into all of this, if you're part of the short percentage that is not subscribed to the channel, make sure to do so. It's free and you can unsubscribe whenever. But we're also on the road to 6K, and your guys' support has been absolutely insane lately. So I do appreciate every single one of you guys who have been supporting this channel for quite some time now. And the Bruins are starting to look very good, so it's a very exciting time to be a Boston Bruins fan. And that means we got to get into this. This is a very big game that we need to cover, and the key has been revealed as to what the part of success and what success will come from the Boston Bruins by this one small change. Now, this game against the New York Islanders was something that we've been waiting for such a long time. A 6-3 win against a team that is very good defensively with an absolutely incredible goalie. And the Bruins seemed to make this team look like they had no defense, no goaltending whatsoever. And I'm going to pull up first our box score here for this game and kind of shout out a few players who really made this game what it was. First of all, Pavel Zacha getting the 2 goals to finish this game off, really setting the pace in the third period after a struggling second and a ultimate what-if scenario in the second period when we scored late off a turnover from Nikita Zadorov. Brad Marchand getting 2 very early goals, setting the pace for this game and really putting the Islanders on their heels early. Both of those guys have been kind of slow lately, and the fact that they're starting to heat up, and in this game specific, getting 2 goals each is something that is very exciting if you're a Boston Bruins fan. David Pastrnak in this game, 3 assists, no goal still on that goalless streak. That's still of a drought, but the 3 assists is certainly a momentum-boosting play, momentum-boosting stat that will really entice David Pastrnak to get more involved in the offense, make the simple plays, which was happening this game, and we saw the result in 3 assists here. Another one also being Elias Lindholm. His play in this game was certainly a big increase from what we have seen. 2 assists for him in this game. And Nikita Zadorov taking the late penalty, coming into the box, getting the empty net goal. The most Nikita Zadorov goal we could have seen. And ultimately, it wasn't a bad penalty. It wasn't a penalty at all, let's be honest. But the Bruins in this game seemed like a whole different team. And what was the key? What was the real reason that this team played so good? The reason was they shot the puck. This is something that we've been lacking in the past few games. Something that we've been missing is the shots on net, the simple shots. A shot on goal is always going to be 3 scoring opportunities. It's either going to go in, the goalie's going to save it, you get a face-off down in the zone, or you're going to get a rebound. All 3 of those can easily have a goal come after or during that play, and we saw that in this game. A shot from the point going off in the middle, Pavel Zacha tipping that in the net in 3 defenders around him. It's just those dirty goals that the Bruins need to get. Those are the goals that are going to set you apart from teams that have the skill and teams that are just going to be out there to win. This example, this game, was the perfect time for the Bruins to really show that this team has heart. This team can win if they just get down to the dirty areas of the ice. And it's what they did in this game. A perfect example of it. And looking at the stats here of this game, wasn't the best game for the Boston Bruins. We're not going to say that this was the best game, but the fact that they were shooting the puck was something that was such an encouraging thing in this game. 21 shots to 24 for the Islanders. 31 hits for the Bruins. Another physical game where the team really seemed to be kind of setting the tone with the momentum-shifting hits. The second period was one where the Bruins really seemed to kind of lose all momentum, but the different part of what we have seen in this game compared to what we had seen in the rest of the season was that the team bounced back. The team got composure in the intermission. No changes were made on the lines from Joe Sacco and really set this team into the right direction for the third period. And we do have a quote here from Joe Sacco as well, kind of going over what he thought about the game, which is a very interesting thought from our new head coach. Certainly wasn't our cleanest game, but that's hockey sometimes. You find ways to win when you aren't at your best, and that's a good sign for our group. I love this quote from Joe Sacco, and the fact that Joe Sacco is not saying that, we needed this win. This was the win that we deserved. He's saying that there were struggles, but we still overcame the differences in this game. From the second period, from the first to the third, each period was really a different scenario for the Bruins, starting out early in the first period, getting those early goals, scoring the Islanders scoring 1 near at the end of the period. Similar second period, a struggling second period, while the Islanders get another one at the end of the second, but the third was all Boston Bruins, and the fact that Joe Sacco kept the same lines, let this team become or build the adversity they have and build the chemistry, has been something that we haven't been able to see this season under Jim Montgomery. So I really am liking what Joe Sacco is bringing to this team. I'm liking what Joe Sacco is showing this team can do. He's giving them the opportunity, even when they may have a mistake on the ice. He's not changing up the lines every single shift. He's letting them ride it out, letting them make up for the mistakes, and giving them the opportunity to go and really show that they want to win these games. And it really does seem like this Boston Bruins team wants to play for Joe Sacco. It feels different than what we're seeing when we saw Jim Montgomery at the helm. And Joe Sacco has really cared about these players, but no doubt from the interviews that he's had, his reactions to the games, this one included that I just showed, he's really letting this team ride their own game and showing them that, we have to build something. Why not start now? And the fact that the shots are coming in, everything is working, this is the perfect start for the Bruins to go on this run that we've all been waiting for this season. And I wanted to pull this screenshot up as well, which is the hockey stat card. Follow them on Twitter. Great follow. Another good visual aid to see how good the game went. And as you see, a lot of positive on the offense and the defense. However, you see a lot of team offense down in the negative, but frankly, that don't matter. I really don't care if we see individual team offenses down in the negative, as long as the team is putting the puck in doing the right things with the puck, scoring, making up for their mistakes on defense. The defense is holding the line. Everything was going right for this team. So looking at the team offense on those few players there, it don't really matter. Those are the ones that we can kind of work on, and that's the kind of example that we saw Joe Sacco say that we need to clean this up a bit. We need to be better in those opportunities. So a fantastic game, one that I'm very, very pleased with, and one that is going to be good going forward with as we kind of progress through the next few stages of 5 wins that we should have over the next games. The first of which coming Friday against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and then Sunday against the Montreal Canadiens. Now, there are a few moves that could be made for this roster. Now, I'm not saying that we need to make any Jim Montgomery style moves, but we saw Tyler Johnson struggle a bit in this game, and that's also just coming off injury. He's going to have to get his feet back under him, but while he kind of figures this out, this is a perfect opportunity for the Boston Bruins to call up one of their younger players, whether that is Fabian Lysell, Merkelov, Poitras come back up. It really gives a nice idea to give one of these young players the opportunity with Joe Sacco, see how they can perform under his leadership and under his bench and his coaching staff. I think that they will perfectly fit into this lineup with the Joe Sacco kind of mentality, the shooting mentality. We see Poitras, we see Lysell, we see Merkelov. Those 3 guys have very good offensive talent and have really yet to show it with Jim Montgomery. And I think that the opportunity that is given to them under Joe Sacco, the fact that this team seems to be in the mentality of shooting the puck, not really caring if it goes wide, just getting the puck anywhere close to the net, has worked out. And that's what we've been lacking the past few games compared to the difference here. So looking at this, if this team continues to shoot, the key has been in the lock and unlock this team. It's what we've been waiting for. We saw the early struggles in the Joe Sacco era of the shots on net, getting no goals and really averaging 1 goal a game and having a few shutouts against. This game completely wiped that out. And if we can continue this and this game against Pittsburgh, who are also another struggling team, this is going to be a great sign for the upcoming games and the rest of the season. And up until, the New Year's, that's really what we're looking for. We're trying to see this team turn everything around. And for what it's worth, I do have another very interesting screenshot here from Scott McLaughlin. The Bruins have the 5th best record in the Eastern Conference in the month of November. Certainly doesn't seem like it, but the fact that we're seeing this, the fact that we're kind of at this point, without even really thinking how okay we're playing, I'm not going to say good yet, and I don't want to get ahead of myself, but the fact that we're getting into a playoff spot and we're currently in a wildcard spot right now at the time of recording this video, this is something that the Bruins are certainly going to have to keep up. And to me, it really looks like this team wants to get these games once again. They look like they had fun. They look like they were ready. And I can't see why they can't go do it again against Pittsburgh. So let me know what you think about this game. Obviously, a very, very fun one to watch as a fan. Second period kind of frightened me a bit, but the fact that we're seeing shots on net, the fact that we're seeing pucks go in, we're seeing dirty goals. So goals that are still nice, but goals that really shouldn't go in. Those are the ones that the Bruins need to get under. They need to start getting this under their belt, start to kind of get in the dirty areas, and kind of the beautiful goals will come from there. It's a very simple game. They got to keep it that way, and that's what I hope we see against Pittsburgh. But like I said, that's all I got. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like, hit the sub button as well. Like I said, we're on the road to 6K, an ultimate goal of getting past the Boston Bruins on YouTube. But it's a big one, but I know you guys can do it. You're an insane community. You're amazing, and I do appreciate all of you guys. But that's all I got. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a great day. See you later.